Yo, it's me. Well, seeing as though the spooky season is just around the corner, I figured I'd do a volume 2 to my shooting Lomo Redscale at night video. Cause just like we know from the Joker movies, the sequel is always better. I promise I won't sing in this. Hey, how's it going? I'm Adam, and welcome to my channel. Well, it's been a while since I picked up my trusty tripod and took photos past my bedtime. In my first video, I never shot at night before, and I wasn't sure if it would turn out. But to my surprise, I produced some of my favorite work in that. It's moody, otherworldly, and it just gives you a look that stands out from the rest. Now, in that video, I go over things you will need and want to know in order to shoot it when the moon rises. You know, boring stuff. Today, I won't be going over all of that again. It's gonna be more of a chill one, but I will be going over some of the more important parts again later on in this video. So enough talk, let's walk. I made it to a nearby lake in the area called Malta, and I patiently waited for nightfall. Oh, and for my Corey Hart fans out there, I left my sunglasses at home. Alright, so it's nighttime, so I'm gonna load in some Lomo Redscale on the Mamiya M645. I chose the Mamiya M645 because I got an extremely wide lens. I think in 35mm equivalent, it's like 21, 22. I'm also gonna rate it at 160. It gives you sort of that dark red, but not completely underexposed like you would get from 200 ISO. It's so dark that I can't see where you're supposed to insert the film. You know what? This might be the spooky part of the video. I lose all credibility because I can't load this film properly. It turns out I'm a bit camera shy and can only load this thing off camera. Anyway, I got ready for the first shot. To be honest, I'm not sure about the shot because with night photography, you still need light. But it could give me this underexposed image and just a hint of red. And the pizza's done. This photo's okay, not too much, just a hint of red. It's a bit minimalistic. Hope nobody comes here running around with a flashlight. Pizza's done. This photo is terrible, the composition sucks, it's boring, and just a waste of frame. But this next shot is pretty cool. I enjoyed the gradient red sky. It sort of looks like something is burning far away. So with night photography in general, for it to work, believe it or not, you still need light. For example, the first time I shot Redscale was in the city, where there's a lot of it, whether it's from street lamps, cars, or lights from buildings. And at the lake, it was pretty dark. As we can see from the first video, the photos are more illuminated and somewhat even. And from the lake, it's isolated and moody. With Redscale, it works because it gives you this creepy feeling, but with other film stocks, it might not. So keep that in mind before you decide to carry all that gear. My back still hurts. Okay, I got a pretty cool composition, but there's like this huge screen from across the lake that's constantly blinking, and it's showing me different exposure times from 20 seconds to 10 seconds. I honestly don't know what to do. But this is, yeah, a really tricky lighting situation. It's showing me 16 seconds. We're gonna do 18 seconds with Reciprocity Failure and just hopefully it turns out. All right, so 46-second exposure time. All right, 3, 2, 1. This is a definite portfolio shot. Forgot to unlock the shutter. What the hell? I wasted 2 frames. Today is just not my day, is it? 5, 6. Let's hope it was worth it. Yeah, as you can see, it was all getting to me. The waste of frames, the big flashing screen from across the lake, having trouble loading this film in the beginning, and I was pretty sure that none of the photos I've taken turned out. Just like these photos. Reciprocity failure. It's when, you know what, I already explained this before. I'ma let past Adam handle this. Huh, I sure was skinnier back then. Progress. Now, I won't bore you with the details, but basically the film loses sensitivity to light the longer it is exposed to light. Yeah, wild concept, I know. Now, this applies to all film, but some film react differently, so best to look up the specific reciprocity for the film that you'll be shooting with. Now, if you decide that I won't let no company tell me what to do, and decide not to calculate reciprocity failure, you will end up with an underexposed image and a hole in your wallet. How do I calculate it? You have this thing called P factor. No, too easy. Most film stocks have the P factor available for you. All you gotta do is look up online. So you take the P factor of, let's say, HP5, which is 1.31, and your light meter is showing you a 10-second exposure. You whip out the calculator and put in 10, the exposure time, to the power of 1.31, and it gives me the correct exposure, 20 seconds. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, for Redscale, I still couldn't find the P factor, so I just used 1.33. Alright, this is portfolio, baby. You know what? Let me get off the street, set up my tripod, and then get on the street. Stay safe, kids. You gotta love stable lighting. F5.6, 6 seconds. And after reciprocity failure, that's 11 seconds. Okay. Yup, this is the one. We had a couple of roadblocks getting here, but it was worth it. Just goes to show, the one can just be a couple of frames away. But we would soon encounter another tree in the middle of the road. Good thing the car didn't come by when I was actually shooting that first frame. Okay, so now we're gonna do a bit of a different composition, more to the side. I feel like this is a better composition, but we'll see. Ooh. Okay, so we got a bit of an emergency. The shutter release cable, the tip, it's sort of crooked. It went in a bit, but I'm not sure if it's gonna actually take the photo. I might have to end it after this, but we'll see. Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to buy a new shutter release cable. Today is just not my day, is it? Which means I'll be touching the camera for this one. But luckily for me, the M645 has an 8-second shutter speed dial, which is exactly what I needed. Another banger, and shocker, it's not blurry due to me pressing the shutter. Are shutter release cables a lie? So yeah, I gotta be honest, I was certain that I would end up with mostly unusable photos due to the flashing screen from across the lake. I thought I would end up with 5 properly exposed photos, which is pretty bad at a 15, and my usual 8. But then I remembered that Lomo Redscale has various ISO from 50 to 200, and I rated it at 160. So not only does this film give you a pretty cool look, but it's also pretty forgiving. I am well aware that if I would have used any other film stock, I wouldn't be as lucky. Alright, so we're at this Max Burger fast food joint. I always wanted to take a photo of this place on Lomo Redscale, even though we don't have a shutter release cable, hoping that it will turn out, but it will probably be blurry. So yeah, I got 2 shots left on this roll, so might as well. Okay. And that's the end of the roll and the video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. So, was this better than the original? No. But it is different, and it gave me a better understanding of this film stock's capability at night. Today we had a much darker surrounding than last time, and I had some tricky lighting situations. But to my surprise, even due to the user's lack of skill, It held up, and it even gave me photos that I definitely enjoy and actually proud. Anyway, if anything, I hope this video showed you that you may stumble and it may seem that the film photography gods are not on your side, but the one can just be a couple of frames away. I should be a coach. Anyway, I hope you enjoy spooky season and mentally prepare yourself for annoyingly catchy music coming our way. Take care.